everyone, Bob Biker 46. Today we are working on steelhead eggs. We're going to put these up so we can use them to make tie up spawn sacks for fishing for more steelhead. So what we've got going is we soaked them 15-20 minutes in ice cold water, which we could have done at the river. If we took a Ziploc bag, I could have done it right there, but I did it at home. We soaked them for 15-20 till they kind of get a little bit of milky color to them. Pull them out. We're going to dry them here. It's probably going to be 20 minutes or so. Eventually, at some point, I'm going to pull this piece of paper out and I'm going to put one on top of it. I'm going to flip the whole mess over so they dry on one side, dry on the other. And then we are going to do our cure with borax. I do several cure methods. I do salt and sugar, salt and brown sugar. Borax just seems to work the best for me. The salt and sugar one seems to be sticky when I tie up the spawn sacks. And I'll get into that tying the spawn sacks. I'll actually do a video on that for you guys too. Anyways, part 2 coming up when we get to where we're going to put them in the cure. See you then. Alright, we got our borax in the bag. This is a black bag with our eggs, our borax. We may have to put more in there. What we're going to do, we're just going to tumble it around so all the eggs are coated with borax. If you were just going to cure eggs and you needed some like you're fishing right now and you were just going to cure them for using for right now, you could actually take a Ziploc baggie fishing with you and cure them with ice cold river water. You know, they will work for like fishing right now. They're not going to last. These here are going to last. I'll still have, well, if I don't use them up, I'd still have these next season, next spring. I'll use them up because I'll use them on the steelhead, and then I'll use them in the fall on tying spawn sacks for king salmon. Okay, we got our eggs in the bag. Doing pretty good. We're going to let them cure up for a while. I'm not sure when. Depends when they harden up enough to where they don't pop when you squeeze on them. They're getting there. A few hours probably. And then we're going to jar them up in baby food jars and little jelly jars, whatever. We're going to jar them up individual, so then the day we're going to fish, we can pull the jar out of the freezer, take the lid off, put it in the microwave, thaw it out really quick. Don't cook the eggs, just thaw it out really quick. Take them, rinse them out, rinse the eggs off, lay them on a paper towel till they're dry. Then put them back in your jar. And you'll have eggs ready to tie spawn sacks. Alright, we're going to tie up spawn sack. We have our spawn. This was cured last year, but that's what we're doing already right now is going to look like in the end result. So I put some out on here. We have different colors. We can tie our mesh. I got pink, I got white. Usually my favorite is, of course, orange. So we're going to tie with orange because orange is working right now. So I don't know, about half of that pile probably, maybe a little less. They're very sticky. They got a little sugar on them. These ones were cured with borax and sugar. You can use different stuff. You can use borax, sugar, and salt. You can use borax, brown sugar. They have cures. You can buy, you can put jello in there. If you want to put jello, add some color to the eggs, like say raspberry, make them a little red, or use the orange to make them more orange. You can also use Kool-Aid. I've used Kool-Aid in the past too, the little packets of Kool-Aid. Steelhead are more, in my opinion, are between salmon and steelhead. Steelhead are more oriented to a sugar base. Seems I do better on my sugar spawn than anything else. The salmon just the borax is fine for the salmon. But anyway, so you put a piece on there, and then you're just going to fold that over. Basically what you're going to do is grab it up, make a little, twist it around a couple times, make a little, just a little sack of them. And then I've got magic thread, which this is a really cool thread. It's stretchy, like a bungee cord. So you're going to hold on to that with your fingers there, pinching in between there, wrap her around, and then just give her a tug, and that stretchy tightens right in there. And then I'll do just one more, and then a little tug, grab both the pieces, or all three pieces, the piece of the mesh and the two strings, cut it off. Here you got a spawn sack done, tied. So you hook your hook, you're going to hook it right between, underneath of that thread. Hook it right under that thread, and my little plastic containers I found I used to put them in. So yeah, that's the process. So I do this in the morning before I'm going to head out fishing. It's one of my deals, and it's kind of like this time of year, you're pretty much count on doing them almost every morning. We got to get the fish while they're here, so that's what it comes down to. It's kind of like putting venison in the freezer, putting some steelhead in the freezer. Then in the fall I go and I put some king salmon in the freezer from the west side of Michigan. The fishery, Lake Huron, darn thing fell right up there. The eggs are so sticky they're very hard to work with. They're a lot easier once you just take them out of the refrigerator, because I keep these stored in the fridge that I'm ready to use, and they're not sticky. They're cold and they're not sticky. So, but yeah, get them wadded up, get them in that little bag like that. I mean, you can see they stick to your fingers. So, with your magic thread, grab onto a piece of it, wrap it around lightly. Pull it, it stretches tight, wrap it around again, pull it, stretches tight, grab that piece, snip the whole mess off. Done, ready to go. Rolling on the floor. That's the process, start to finish. Well, you seen me catching the fish yesterday, so try not to waste much of it.